Before we dive into the hotel stuff, though, tell us a little bit about you. What's kind of your Oklahoma story?
Well, I moved up here in Oklahoma from Houston about 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. I was with Manhattan Construction Company, and they sent me up here to take over the Oklahoma operation, and I ended up fell in love with Oklahoma. Raised my 3 daughters here. I have 10 grandkids, actually 9.5. And we all live about 1.5 miles apart,
Awesome.
in Tulsa. So, everybody's a real tight-knit family, and we see each other every day, pretty much. But this is the best kept secret in America. Mm-hmm. I tell people all the time, we don't have the mountains and we don't have the ocean, but what we have, you don't have to wait in line for. And,
Very true.
And the lakes, they're unbelievable. Mm-hmm. So it's, and there's more and more people coming here. I have a story. So I kind of engage with every new person that I meet, because I can kind of tell if they're from here and they're not. So there was an AT&T repairman working on my house that I just sold to my youngest daughter and her husband, and he was a little shy, and so I said, hey man, he had a dip in his mouth. I said, what are you dipping? He goes, Copenhagen long cut. I said, yeah, no kidding, man, good. And I said, where are you from? He said, Sacramento, California. And I go, how'd you end up in Tulsa? He said, I'm leaving California like everybody else is, Yeah. And he goes, I'm renting a house twice as big. I think he's got 4 kids, 5 kids, and twice as big for half of the money.
Yeah.
And he gets to see his kids every day. He goes to their sports and that kind of stuff. And that's what, Tulsa's that way, Oklahoma City, Stillwater. It's all about family here. And it's getting better. I met another lady. My dog got out the other day, and he's got my phone number. That's how I meet a lot of people. Damn dog gets out all the time. But anyway, so the lady I'm about almost 64. She's about my age, and so I was talking to her, and she just bought a house, and her daughter just bought a house. And I said, where are y'all from? And she goes, San Francisco. I said, wow. I said, how'd you end up in Tulsa? Kind of like I always do. And she said, we hired, my family has a big business, a winery and all this kind of stuff, and we hired a relocation expert, and they told us we should move to Tulsa.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, I couldn't
dear,
believe it. Yeah. So it's happening.
It's happening.
Slow, but it's slow everywhere in the country. Things are, you know how it is. And I don't think it's going to get much better anytime soon. But we're kind of in this little ecosphere here where people are really friendly. There's not a lot of traffic. Things are a little slower, and there's a lot to do here.
There's a lot to do.
And I talk to people that are from Oklahoma, and I ask them, "You ever been to Pawhuska?" "No, I've never been to Pawhuska." And I go, "How long have you lived here?" "My whole life." I said, "Man, you need to get up to Pawhuska. Yeah. They're filming the movie, The Killers of the Flower Moon." Yeah. Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio. They're all here in Tulsa hanging out, and they're up there, and they have dirt on the streets and all that kind of stuff. And so, I'm pushing Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Pushing Grand Lake real big right now. Shangri-La is so far over the top. The new activity center they just built there, open to the public, pickleball, tennis, state-of-the-art, games for kids and stuff like that. It is like you drive in there and you look at it, it's just like this panoramic view of the golf course and everything and the lake, and you're like, man, this is Oklahoma. It's like Disney World.
Yeah. And
then the gathering place too. That's like free Disney World to everybody. And they got the new dam coming and the whitewater rafting thing. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. Mm-hmm.